literally two slides. That's all I have for you guys tonight. And the first one and big one is this. In case you didn't hear, ANICO has decided to exit the life insurance business altogether. And so it is very important for anybody here who has pending business to understand that it's not affecting anything that's in process right now, but it is going to affect those that are in a very unique situation. And I'm going to give an example of how that affects somebody that I'm working with directly. And what that simply represents is the following. So let's just say you have somebody, like I have somebody on the team direct to me, that cannot submit NLG business. So what we did is we got this person approved and appointed with ANICO. And so we submit all of this person's or agent's business directly through ANICO in lieu of NLG. And so even though we lead with NLG in the schools, this person's opening up schools and so on and so on, but we can only submit ANICO. Right now, we are getting this person, for the lack of a better phrase, appointed with other carriers. And thankfully, we have a lot of other non-ANICO and also NLG, if you would, in case you have somebody in a situation that I personally have myself in with some of the people that I recruit for whatever reason. And so it's important to know that they are not exiting the annuity side. They're actually trying to increase it incrementally, if you would, because they want to focus on the annuity side of the business. They've made some initial changes that we've looked at already, and they are very good as they release. I'm going to say very good, but they're not bad. They're good because now they have to really understand that if they're not going to be pulling in life business, they better have some very good annuity business. And that's why it's important for you to know that. It's a little more troubling when you understand if you or somebody you know falls into that category, though, like I said earlier, that we used to get people appointed with ANICO that we couldn't get appointed with NLG for the IUL side of the house. We've been using ANICO as well. And so, again, just like it says here, that's something that they've decided to go with. And all of you should have received it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up the initial video that I'm not going to play it for you guys, but this is very important because this is under the carriers update section of the FFS warehouse as well. And so if you want to go ahead and do this, you know what I'll do is I'm going to do this one better. I'm going to go ahead and not play. Let me go ahead and go put this in the chat. It's going out to everyone. It will require you to log into your FFS account so that you can go ahead and view the video that literally explains everything in about, it's at 6 minutes, give or take. And hold on.
Hello, FFS agents and leaders. This is.
Hold on, let me just do this. And I just want to play the first portion. I know it came down because I need to make sure that it's sharing sound as well. So here we go. And this is what it is.
Andy Cowan, the Senior Director of Sales. Hello, FFS agents and leaders. This is Andy Cowan, the Senior Director of Sales. I'm coming to you to provide a quick update about one of our long-term carrier partners, American National. They've been with us for a very long time, so I'm disappointed to announce that they are exiting the life insurance business. I am recording this. It's just after 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, my time, on the afternoon of March 25th, and I just got this announcement. They are exiting the life insurance business. They're going to be focused on other things. They obviously already exited the pension business a couple weeks ago. A couple years ago, they exited the term life business, and now they've decided to completely exit the life insurance business altogether.
So anyways, I sent you the links so you can view it on your own. I don't want to sit here and bore you with something that you can kind of view for yourself. But the main thing here is that if you've got people on your team, or maybe you're one of those people that are submitting IULs under ANICO because of whatever restriction or reason you might have on the, let's just say, NLG side, just know that you have options. Quick question, because that's the whole purpose of the actual Thursday night study hall, is to ask you the following question. Very simple. What other carrier do you recommend? And I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. What other carrier do you recommend for the IUL side of the house? Anybody. Who do you use that's not NLG and now, of course, not ANICO? Anybody?
Columbus Life.
Yeah, they've got a really good program. I like Columbus a lot, even though I haven't submitted business personally. I've done it in the training format, and we've had nothing but good reviews about that. Anybody else? Columbus Life? All right. Well, like I said, I'm not gonna pull your teeth here, but there are other options because I spoke with one person who somehow was making a bigger deal of it than it was, and I explained to this person there's no sense in going around making a bigger deal out of something that's really no big deal at all. And what I did is I pulled up the scoreboard with this person to see how tragic this event really was. And lo and behold, in the last year and a half, they haven't submitted one single ANICO application. So I go, look, ANICO's not going to miss you, and you're not going to miss ANICO. Life is good. Let's just carry on. There's just certain people like to make a big deal out of things that really shouldn't be made a big deal, in my opinion. Or you could just, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. And then the last thing I wanted to update, because I keep getting a lot of questions, and I'm going to send everybody a text with the following image, and that is about the production contest that we are running for this month. And as you can see here, this is for as of March 27th. Jamie Dominguez has come out of nowhere and is in number one spot with 12.3 apps per the system. We've got Monica Gonzalez with 10.5, Reggie Queen with 10.45, Sergio Solis with 9.9, Reggie 8.5, Sollenberger or Ian to 8.25, and then Gabe with 5.75, and Sarah Jensen with 5. But again, like I said, what I wanted to do was make sure that I answered any questions about this bad boy, which is the ANICO situation, because we still have time, by the way. Let me go back over here, and this is what you should be able to see now. And just like it says there, they will no longer accept new life applications as of 5/31/25. And so the person that was so distraught over this announcement, I told them, well, guess what? You have until May 31st, right before the summer break starts. So let's see what you got. Submit as many ANICO applications as you possibly can. And so far, they haven't submitted any. So don't make a bigger deal out of things that's necessary, please, because like I said, it just doesn't help the cause whatsoever. Any questions from anybody? Any thoughts on this? Let's see. I know Rhett's here. Rhett, any thoughts on this? If
No,
not,
I agree. I agree with you, Javier. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We've got NLG is back on moving quick again. I know we had gone away from them for a little while because we were having some issues, but the last couple of deals I've put through NLG, they've come back very, very fast. And then I've talked to 3 different people, and all of them had used Columbus Life and said, Columbus Life is the next best choice anyway. So I think we're
yes.
fine.
Yeah, and not only that, but along those lines, thank you for those words, Red. I think you're absolutely right because of the simple fact that we do have other very, and I emphasize very good options. Again, unless you have a challenge like the one that I described where you cannot get appointed with NLG for whatever reason, NLG, I mean, one thing that I will tell you, I've been very impressed with has been with the fact that a lot of their customer service personnel are not back in the U.S. They're answering from within the U.S., and that helps out tremendously because we were having a lot of issues with, our calls being sent overseas, if you would. And again, they are listening to us, so I have nothing bad to say. It's just that sometimes we do have an issue where, for whatever reason, we can't get somebody sponsored or appointed with NLG. And Columbus is a great option. As a matter of fact, we have them out. Okay, we're waiting for the exact date, but they're going to come on our Monday morning webinar to share with you not only what they're all about, but most importantly, to share with you the contact information for the support staff, not just for in-process underwriting, but also for sales, which is incredible. We literally have our own agent coordinator, if you would, which is pretty cool. He's the sales rep, and I'll share all the information with you. But I wanted for right now make sure if you had any questions, I answered them for you to make sure again that you are up to speed on what's going on. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Again, I am available via text or even phone call, so don't hesitate to go ahead and reach out to me. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night.